Hey guys, it's your boy Kill360 back with another video, and your boy is back with a banger. This is going to be another part to what if Luffy was a haki demon. I kind of left this series on a hiatus because I was working on a Spawn video, but honestly, I tried multiple scripts and scenarios where Luffy becomes Spawn, and it doesn't really fit Luffy at all. Either he becomes too ruthless and brutal, or his nihilism takes over. You know, he's like pretty neutral on things. So I didn't really like where that was going. But like, enough of that. Like I said, I'm back, and yeah, I'm gonna continue this story. So if you hear a train in the background, please be mindful. I do live in New York, so you might hear like trains in the background every now and then. And plus it's like super hot in my apartment. So yeah, I need my window open. Just giving y'all a heads up if y'all hear a train. So yeah, let's get into the story. We last left off, we see, Luffy confronting Mr. One and Crocodile, So, he asks where Vivi is. And, Crocodile's like, yo, she's in a dungeon right now. I took over this place. This is mine now. This is my domain. But unknown to Crocodile, Vivi is one of Luffy's best friends. So Luffy activates his haki, and the area gets kind of terraformed a bit. The air shifts. It went from being super dry to moist, and that's not due to Nami's power. It's just overall Luffy nullifying Crocodile's Devil Fruit, which shocks him. He's like, why is my Devil Fruit not working? You haven't been in the new world for a minute, Crocodile. It's this new thing called Supreme King's Haki. I could nullify your Devil Fruits. So arms up, or be destroyed. As Luffy pulls out the good old trusty Marasama, as Crocodile uses Armament Haki as Mr. One. Now some of y'all be like, Mr. One doesn't have Haki. In this story, he does. Like, everything is a little bit alterated, and if you're going off this thumbnail, you're about to see why. So let's pivot to Nico Robin perspective. As we see Robin traveling through the cathedral and multiple aisles and sections through the castle, as something is calling to her. Nico Robin, please come this way. Embrace your ancestors' powers. And she's the only one that can hear it. She's like, who's calling out to me? Come this way, child. Please. As Nico Robin makes her way to the poneglyph, as she feels this intense pressure coming off of it, as she walks up and reaches her hands out, as she places her hands on the poneglyph, something rattles her body. As she lets go of it, as she can feel her body change dramatically, like this is some ancient cursed type of ability or power. She feels it running through her veins, but she can't get a grasp of it. Embrace your true nature. Give vengeance for our people. But vengeance was never my thing. You say that, but you know you want it. They don't call you the devil child for a reason, no reason. As her eyes open up. Wait, you serious? This power is... You have the powers of the shadows. Kinesis. As she embraces her abilities. As her eyes go from the normal, cool, laid-back blue to a bright purple. As she stands up And she looks at her outfit. Her whole outfit is different. Now, my child, learn how to master your powers. Use this gift to crush the government. I've been here for eons, waiting for the right person to take my powers. And I hope you can use it. Show this government who's a boss and claim back your lost knowledge, Robin, for your people. As she nods, as we cut back to Luffy versus Crocodile and Mr. One. As Luffy is containing Crocodile and Mr. One, as he's just sitting down having a time of his life, as you see Mr. One and Crocodile laid out on the ground, bleeding, but not dead, just bleeding out. Captain, you done? Yeah, just took care of this small fry. As Zoro, Luffy, like they start talking, and Sanji's there too. As you know, they all take a seat. Huh, where's Nami? Says Luffy. That's a good question, says Zoro. Where is Nami? As Nami comes around the corner, pretty, comfortable, as she has Miss Doublefinger on her back as she throws her onto the ground, as she floats up and lands right next to Luffy. Sorry about that. She lands right next to Luffy. She's like, well, I'm right here. That was easier than I expected, says, Nami. It looks like y'all done on y'all end as well. Yeah, that was a light little fight. As Luffy observation and his observation activates, where he's like, duck, and they all duck, and you just see Robin just in the air, just throwing mad constructs at them, as Luffy uses his haki to shatter the fucking buildings. So, who are you? Oh, you don't remember me? Come on now. You can't forget this pretty face. As Luffy looks at her, as he senses, he's like, oh, you're Robin, aren't you? Oh, right on the nose. So, what's the new switch up? You seem a lot different from before. I could tell you got a lot stronger. I don't know how, but I can tell you're strong now. Everyone, you might want to stay back. As Robin gets a big grin on her face, as she rushes in towards Luffy, as Luffy counters with his blade. As you would think the Merisama would just cut right through Robin, but no, Robin vibrates her body to the point where the Merisama can't, slice through her. As it shocks Luffy, catching him by surprise, as Robin delivers a devastating right hook straight to Luffy, as Luffy gets sent flying. As Robin, I'm sorry guys, Nami, Zoro, Sanji, Usopp, Chopper are flabbergasted to see their captain get sent flying like that. I wouldn't worry about him. Start worrying about yourselves. As they get to scrambling, right? They get out of, shock factor, right? As Robin starts to sprout arms all over the place. As long as my arms can be anywhere, y'all can't hide from me. As Nami says, this bitch is crazy. As Nami starts to conjure up a whole bunch of rain and rain clouds to fuck up Robin's perception. But Robin can see right through that shit as she nails Nami with a shadow punch, knocking Nami into Luffy that is still in the wall. Just double KO. As it was a nasty combo. You hear combo breaker in the background as Robin starts to laugh maniacally. Oh, what happened to all that bravado you had before, Luffy? Don't tell me you giving up. As you see Luffy, this bitch thinks she got new powers. She's hot shit. As, Luffy slowly lifts Nami off of him. As he's like, alright, no more playing the games. As Luffy starts running like a wild animal, building a building on some fucking Ninja Gaiden shit, as he blitzes towards Robin, as Robin is smiling and Luffy are smiling, just a battle of just demons at this point. As they go wild, tearing up Alabasta, like I'm talking about on some Conquest versus fucking Invincible shit, but minus Invincible losing the end of it. But like that much destruction, they just going crazy. You just see shadows getting destroyed, everything, this wild shit. People be at launch. As Nami's like, Luffy, you gotta find somewhere else to fight. You're destroying the country. She's right about that. As Luffy gut checks Robin, grabs her by her leg, and launches her like 800 miles away from, Alabasta. As Robin hits the ground, as she catches her footing, as she slides back, but she's on her 2 feet. Not bad, Luffy. Not bad. As Luffy leaps where Robin is, tell me, how did you get this strong in such a short period of time? You would like to know that. As Luffy stabs the Marasama in the ground, as Robin is confused by, the way he's like, just dropping his guard like that. As Luffy sits down, he still has the Marasama in his hand, but he's on ground level, like looking at her. I can sense there's 2 spirits in you. Am I wrong? As Spirit starts to speak to Luffy, so you also a Supreme One as well. Yeah, I am. I can understand why you got your powers now. Did you touch one of those poneglyphs, Robin? As Robin nods. As the soul in Robin, nods. So, are you an enemy to the poneglyphs and the information? Or you're an ally? I'm an ally, of course. I hate the fucking government. Honestly, why are we fighting? I was hoping you'd say that, says the soul that's in Robin. I was testing you, seeing if you was worthy of, knowing the ancient knowledge as well. But clearly you already do. I don't think I have to tell you that. No, you don't. So, is Robin aware of everything that's happening? Yeah, she can see it consciously, but, I'm taking over her body right now. Well, for one, I'll let you to give her body back, because I'm quite fond of Robin now. And 2, you stay with me, I'm keep your secret under wraps. But if you go all out on against the wrong people like the government, well, let's just say we're going to be constantly attacked. But hey, I don't mind the challenge, says Luffy. The more the merrier, he says. You know what, I think I like you, says the spirit. And by the way, what is your name? The name is Merlin. Nice to meet you, Merlin. Can you please return Robin back to her body? Fine. As Robin snaps out the trance, just like, what the hell? As she hits the ground because she's not used to all the physical, toll on her body. As Luffy catches her, you okay? What happened? The last thing I remember, I blacked out. Yeah, you got possessed. Wait, are you for real? As she grabs onto Luffy's cape. Well, not cape, but one of them long coats. She grabs onto his long coats. Oh, a good example. The outfit that he's wearing is from World's Strongest. There we go. So yeah, she's grabbing on to his, jacket. He's like, yeah. As Luffy, rubs on her head, you're in good hands now. You don't have to worry about running from the government no more. You stay with me, I'll keep you safe. I promise you that I'll lay my life on it. As you know, Robin starts to cry. Is someone that has this much compassion she never came across. As everything plays out, Phoebe gets out. Everything plans out into canon. They stay there for a few nights. Luffy and the boys are in the tub and shit. As Zoro's like, yo, Robin is crazy. As Luffy's like, well, I guess she's gonna be part of the crew, so I might as well just tell ya. That wasn't Robin. That was the ancient spirit that took over her body. The main person that's crazy, her name, he was gonna say it, but like something is preventing him not to say it. As Luffy infuses haki, right, to try to say it, it won't happen. What the hell? Can't have people knowing my name now. Understand? As Luffy's like, oh, it's like that? Yeah, it's like that. As Zoro's like, you gonna tell her name? For some reason, I can't. I could try it, and I can see my face freeze. As they're like face palm because they think Luffy's trolling. They're like, you don't have to tell us if you don't want to, Luffy. It's not like that. Damn it, I can't say it. As Robin, not Robin, Marilyn starts to laugh as she heads back to Robin's body. As we cut to the girls, as the girls, are talking and shit. As Marilyn wants to, troll a bit, so she takes over, Robin's body. And, you see fucking busty fucking Robin is, like, her chest is just massive. As Nami's like, my god, those things don't hurt every now and then. She's like, I just use some of my energy to keep them in place so they don't, hurt my back. Oh man, I would kill to have that type of power. What are you talking about, girl? You literally control the storms. Just make a little air current to keep it up, like this. As Robin explains to Nami how to do it. As Nami's like, yo, you're a lifesaver. As she hugs, Robin. As Merlin can see like Elizabeth and Nami a bit. She can see it. So she likes Nami a lot. So Vivi is cool with Robin, even though they was former enemies at one point in time. But she got the gist from her dad what happened, and she can understand what was going on now that they cool and shit. So we cut back to Luffy's main room as he's laying in the room and shit, just vibing and chilling and shit. Luffy's just like, man, that fight was awesome. As you see the door creak open. Not one, but two shorties come through the night. As you can expect, one was Robin, other one was Nami. As they sneak in the room. As Luffy's like, so what brings y'all here? As Robin looking so fucking good. Nami too. They come in that, the little see-through dress with the fucking lingerie. They're like, what we came here for. We ain't got sugarcoat nothing. As Nami was like, I was talking to Robin about this and she was down with it. Oh, you a freaky ass girl, aren't you? Says Luffy. As Nami's like, you know it. As Nami and Robin start making out,